What happens when international conflicts escalate unexpectedly? Tensions between Turkey and Israel illustrate this, with Turkey halting its $7 billion annual trade with Israel, significantly impacting the latter's economy. This decision underscores the severe diplomatic and economic implications. Additionally, Turkish President Erdogan warns against Israeli operations targeting Hamas within Turkey, reflecting broader regional unease. Erdogan's stance and potential repercussions highlight the gravity of escalating conflicts. As stakes rise, so do the fears of a wider conflict. Why has Turkey suspended trade with Israel, and what does this mean? In a significant move, Turkey has halted its trade relations with Israel, a decision driven by Israel's military actions in Gaza. This trade suspension pulls the plug on an annual exchange worth around $7 billion. Turkey's strong stance comes with a clear demand: a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. The cessation of this substantial economic relationship underscores the severity of the situation and Turkey's commitment to influencing outcomes in the region. The repercussions of this decision ripple out far beyond bilateral trade. Diplomatically, it has contributed to a noticeable frost in the relations between the United States and Israel. The U.S., traditionally an ally of Israel, found itself in a delicate position, abstaining from a United Nations vote on a ceasefire, which did little to thaw the chilling relations between Israeli President Netanyahu and U.S. President Biden. Meanwhile, Turkish President Erdogan has positioned himself as a critical player, aiming to leverage this economic blockade to curb what he perceives as excessive Western support for Israeli military actions. The economic and diplomatic fallout sets a complex stage for international negotiations. How serious is the threat of conflict between Turkey and Israel? The tension between these two nations has escalated significantly, with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan issuing stern warnings against Israel's potential actions. Erdogan has openly threatened a heavy price if Israel targets Hamas members residing in Turkey. This comes in the wake of reports revealing Israel's plans to hunt down Hamas leaders not only in Turkey, but also in other regions like Qatar and Lebanon. The backdrop to these threats is Israel's long history of conducting targeted assassinations globally. From covert operations in Dubai to ongoing activities in Lebanon and Syria, Israel's strategic strikes have always been a point of contention. The potential extension of these operations into Turkey, a NATO member, raises not just bilateral tensions, but also concerns among international alliance officials. Turkey's response is rooted in its close ties with Hamas and its broader geopolitical strategy. By warning Israel, Erdogan is signaling not just to Israel but to the international community, emphasizing Turkey's unwillingness to tolerate violations of its sovereignty. The shadow of past conflicts looms large over these warnings. What would a conflict between Turkey and Israel mean for the world? In the intricate web of international relations, the tensions between Turkey and Israel are not merely a bilateral issue. They have profound implications that could ripple across the globe. First, let's consider NATO. Turkey, a key NATO member, finds itself in a precarious position. An escalated conflict could force NATO to reassess its strategies in the region, potentially leading to divisions within the alliance about how to manage member states involved in external conflicts. Moving to the Middle East peace process, any conflict between these nations threatens to unravel delicate negotiations and peace efforts. The region, already a tinderbox of historical and political complexities, might see an exacerbation of instability, affecting nations far beyond Turkey and Israel. On the economic front, international trade could face disruptions. Both countries are significant trade hubs that connect East and West. Sanctions, trade barriers, or military actions could hinder the flow of goods and services, affecting markets globally and causing economic ripples that could touch every corner of the world. Moreover, the roles of other regional players in the United Nations will be crucial. Countries like the United States, Russia, and the European Union, along with the UN, might find themselves drawn into a diplomatic balancing act, striving to de-escalate tensions while addressing their national and regional interests. The ripple effects of this tension could reach far beyond the borders of Turkey and Israel. What are the possible outcomes of this escalating tension? As we peer into the horizon of this geopolitical standoff, several scenarios unfold. One potential outcome is a diplomatic resolution. The international community, led by figures like U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, could intensify efforts to mediate peace talks. These discussions might pave the way for a permanent ceasefire, easing tensions not just between Turkey and Israel, but across the region. However, the alternative could see an escalation into armed conflict. If diplomatic measures falter and provocations continue, a military engagement could ensue. This would not only destabilize the region but could also have significant global repercussions, affecting international trade and leading to a humanitarian crisis. Another possibility is a prolonged political standoff. Both nations might engage in a war of words and sanctions without direct military confrontation. While this avoids immediate violence, it could lead to a long-term freeze in relations, impacting economic and political collaborations. The path ahead is fraught with challenges, but also opportunities for peace and stability. As we've seen, the stakes are high and the implications far-reaching. The spiraling tensions between Turkey and Israel serve as a stark reminder of the fragile nature of international relations in a volatile region. The suspension of trade relations by Turkey, valued at $7 billion annually, not only impacts Israel's economy, but also sends a significant political message. This action, coupled with the threats and diplomatic maneuvers, underscores the complexity of the situation. Turkey's stern warnings to Israel about targeting Hamas members on its soil, and the broader geopolitical maneuvers by global powers like the United States, as seen in Secretary of State Antony Blinken's diplomatic tour, highlight the intricate dance of diplomacy and power politics. Moving forward, the international community must tread carefully. The potential for a broader conflict looms large, making the role of diplomatic channels crucial. Engagements at various levels, from economic sanctions to high-level diplomatic talks, are essential in de-escalating tensions and fostering a sustainable peace. In a world where conflicts can escalate quickly, the need for vigilant, informed, and proactive diplomacy has never been greater. Thank you for watching. Our journey through the complex interplay of diplomatic tensions, economic impacts, and global strategies underscores the importance of staying informed about international affairs. If you found this analysis insightful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more updates. We strive to bring you well-researched and thoughtful content that helps you understand the world around us better. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us keep this platform alive and kicking. Until next time, stay informed and engaged. Remember, a well-informed community is an empowered community.